Big new breaking developments out of Turkey tonight. It is unclear who exactly is in charge after an attempted military coup.
Well, let's get right to the video coming out of Turkey tonight. The streets are flooded with Turkish civilians standing against those who were trying to take over the country. Right now, more than 120 people have been arrested by the government. At least 42 total have been killed. Gunfire and explosions have been erupting in cities across that country.
Now, this explosion tore through the Parliament building. Here's a look at the damage. And that entire building, look at this. It is just torn apart.
And with the uncertainty of their future, people aren't taking any chances lined up here to take money out of the bank.
And you don't often see this. CNN's operation in Turkey just forced off the air. But they kept the cameras rolling as they left under orders of those trying to take over.
And what's happening on the other side of the globe obviously has a direct impact here on our safety and on the fight against ISIS. Denver 7's Marc Stewart explains. Mark?
Well, Shannon, first and foremost, Turkey is a U.S. ally in an often volatile part of the world. Take a look at the map. It's often a bridge. You could call it a bridge between Europe and the Middle East. And also has a big role in the war against terrorism. Tonight, I sat down with a prominent diplomat to understand why we all need to pay attention. A fighter jet skims the skyline over Ankara, Turkey. In Istanbul, people crawl on the streets trying to escape the gunfire. Scenes of chaos in the middle of the coup.
Turkey is a very important ally.
Former UN Ambassador Christopher Hill points out it's from Turkey where NATO bombing missions against forces in Syria originate. The United States has an Air Force base in the southern part of the country. At times, more than 2,000 people have worked there. Recently, some families were evacuated because of safety concerns.
Turkey is on the front line in the war against terror. They're a key ally of ours, and most importantly, they are hosting many of our military assets.
Some of the reasons why the White House is paying such close attention. This is a picture from late tonight of President Obama on the phone with Secretary of State John Kerry. Under the law, the U.S. can't keep forces in a nation in the midst of a coup.
If it turns out that this coup stands, it would be very difficult for our military to remain in any way, shape, or form in Turkey.
The political upheaval isn't surprising, given long-time tension between the Turkish military and government leaders. An unstable government that could impact stability in the rest of the world.
These are big stakes, and we have to see how this goes in the coming hours and days.
But long-term, there are a lot of questions. As the ambassador points out, if there is instability, it's very difficult for the U.S. to stay committed to the region. I'm Marc Stewart, Denver 7.
Thank you, Mark. And we've been checking to see if any Coloradans are in Turkey. And we know Americans are being told to stay inside and contact their families, which may be difficult because some social media is blocked tonight. Now, we talked to DU. They told us tonight the one student they have there is safe.